Open. Yes. Okay. Rob, yeah, you had a question about the 3 ways of signing up people.
Yeah.
So what should the consequences for the people that signed up earlier, right?
Yeah, because they invested a bigger amount of money. What does it mean for the line up and the business?
Well, I think first of all, it means that because we looked at the situation that we have, and we saw how the webinars was working in the beginning, and now we hit like an obstacle. So we're tweaking and looking at the opportunity. First of all, we said, well, listen, we said that people that wanted to build seriously, like I think 2 months ago, we said, well, we had a discussion about that. Say, listen, open it up for them to build a line, right? So an extra line or an entrepreneur line, and we called it a Navy SEALs line. So to support our system to have the ability to build. That was the first thing that we changed. And then when we opened up in Europe in June, we have a discussion and we said, well, if we're only offering one package, that means we're getting a certain type of people in. And we saw that we were not turning over that amount that we needed. So just to open up for the 3 packages that are present in the Vidify offer would open up far more people coming in, as that's what we promised, to build a larger group. So this means we will have more people potentially coming in. That's one. And this means what we promised and we offered was that within a year, we would give you a return on your investment just of people coming in because of the marketing that we're doing. And also because of all that is being done, let's say behind the curtain in the back office. So the only reason why we opened up more opportunities for people coming in on the lower package was to fill in our community even faster. Okay, what does it mean for people that signed up earlier? One, I think if you heard what Shane and corporate basically told us in June, is that the pioneers that signed up earlier really pioneered, right? They really did something out of the belief that we're creating something new. So we put in more time, we need to have more patience, we had to work harder. That's a lot of things that we did. We invested more money. The benefit of that is that everything that builds from now on, we all will benefit from that. And I think the biggest reason for actually the biggest benefit I see, and hopefully you will see if I explain it well, is that, let's say my purpose was to own a part of the company, like a share of the regional residual income coming in from Europe. And that means if you reach a certain level, you will get a 0.5% bonus or commission because of your work and your achievements. But you have to do that within a year. Now, you ask me, what is the benefit of signing up earlier and paying more? Well, you have a head start now of being able to earn that. And people that are coming in later, they also have the opportunity. And I think by now you know that you have more advantage because you signed up earlier and you pioneered. And that comes basically with having to wait longer, having to spend a little bit more money. And now what we've done, we said, listen, to make it so-called fair, we will we will bring it closer to the offer of Feedify itself, but we will put a 500 euro marketing budget equally
Yeah.
for people coming in, equally. And of course, we thought about, okay, now what the people that pay 1,000 or
We pay 1,000 for
500.
marketing.
Yes, so absolutely. So we thought about that, but that built the structure for what we have now. So now we can build on that. We have all this stuff in place, and now we just have to roll. Basically, what we're doing next is we're going to have commercials made with videos promoting the product. So that's the next webinar that we're going to send. We have now done webinars with, we call them evergreens, that will be running basically, and are generating attention and getting people to be interested to see the webinar and signing up. That's built on the basis of us doing the pioneering work. So that's the straight up answer for the people that signed up earlier and invested a little bit more than people are signing up now.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a clear answer for your question?
Yeah. Yeah. But the structure is built slowly. The structure is built. The downline is built up now.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah. So how will that be visible to us?
The visible will be.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it will be visible for you once I show you, or once you assign people under you with clients, or we will assign people under you. That you will see your downline, because otherwise you don't have a downline. So that means it's not visible, but I can see what's happening, and I can see what the situation is actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So to clarify, we just finished the 81 line. So now we're gonna build on the next one. It's finished finally. It took a lot of time, and actually too much time. And that's the most transparent answer.
Yeah.
And it's not due to lack of our efforts.
No.
It's just lack of situation that we also have to figure out. Actually, the marketing team is figuring out. Sven and his team are figuring out. Okay, so what's the best tactics to do, and how we're going to do an ebook now. There's a lot of things happening now that will help us and you to generate more attention and basically be the forefront of the knowledge of this product with Roy and our team and advocating and making videos. Yeah, I know you don't see it yet.
No, yeah.
I know, and that's frustrating, and to be honest, it's frustrating for me as well to have to answer these questions, and not even though I understand them, I can see why the frustration is there, and the patience is running low, and that's why I'm actually answering these questions as transparently as I can, because there are no hidden agendas. This is pure. No, I want to clarify that, because I hear rumors, and I know why they exist, and I'm telling you from here, from my heart, that there's nothing wrong going on. It's just something that we hit like a bump, and we have to fix it. And as we speak, it's being fixed. How? It's not my forte. This is not my expertise. My expertise is telling stories and training people. So I'm waiting also patiently what the solution and how the solution will be for us all.
Yeah, because we were told that in the beginning that we are not real salespeople. So they said you can make your own line, but we will fill your line with people after marketing. We will fill it up centrally for you. So. Then if you don't see anything happening, I thought, what's happening? You cannot check it. You cannot see it. That's the point.
Absolutely. And thank you for your feedback, because you are absolutely right. It is that is the promise. And because you don't see what's happening behind the scene, that's my one of the things that I propose is that we have like either a weekly meeting with all the team members to just, you know, give you insight in what's happening, because I can tell you there's a lot happening. We have a weekly meeting and we discuss all these things and try to figure out what to do, what's next, and what's not working and what is working. And I think, you know, with your question, and I think many people will have this question or questions, that we have to basically show more of what's happening. Otherwise, you will get this dissatisfaction and things. So thank you for, you know, asking. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Because
yeah, can I'm in the hold on. Can't get my video on. I'm on the phone, but I was just, thank you so much, Winston, for this answer. And I think it's important for a lot of people. So I was thinking maybe you could, I don't know if you can, you could just like post this bit of information in the WhatsApp group, because I'm not here every Saturday because I mostly cannot attain the trainings, but I think it's a really important message for all the people, so they they know that you're working hard and doing all these things to make it happen. So I'm not sure if you can, you know, put this in the chat, because I think most people are in the WhatsApp chat group chat, and they'll be happy to hear what you just told us. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to.
I will. That's why I'm recording this. This is going to be a video for everybody to see. And this is why I sense that rather than do a training about public speaking, then answer some of your questions and maybe even your frustrations, because I know they are. So yes, I will surely share this video with everybody for sure.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not really frustrated because I trust the process, but I sense a lot of frustration with other people. So
yeah, but you know, but you could be frustrated, and you would be rightfully so. That, you know, I you know, like I said, if I'm frustrated that we're not hitting our marks, then I can just know it. What I know, then I would be not empathetic to not think and feel that you will be or possibly be frustrated. So yeah, we'll share this. So any other remarks or questions? No? No? Is that's it? Okay, you know, let me do this then. Let me show you, because I think that's also one of the questions that we're getting. So how does it look at the moment? Let me show you the back office of the tree, as we call it. Let me go and share my screen. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna share my screen with you, because I can understand when you're not seeing it, then it's kind of confusing. Okay, here we go. This is what we have now so far. Go here, and this is the I have to shrink it because it's too wide. So the names will disappear, but you see the dots. And I can make a screenshot of it to share with you. Okay. Yeah, this is what we have so far. these are the names, but you know, like I said, when I pull up the names, then it's hard to see the total. So, okay. Okay, so let's just dive into what Rob was saying about objections, right? The story. So Rob, can I ask you, what is your story? Let's do this. What is your story? What is the story you're telling people, and how do you tell them?
Now, well, yeah, I know that first off, I want to say I know there's a difference between people that really have a problem. I met at the sports club, I met people with problems, cannot walk anymore, people in your friends that have arthritis, and compared to people that are healthy, you know, people that are healthy, they have an excuse from I'm busy with other things, and I don't want to mix up, and it's too much, and blah blah blah. And people that are sick, that have a problem,
Yeah.
I see they readily take the product. They really try it.
Mhm.
And but then it is a little difficult because they use also medicines and so on.
Mm.
That it is a difficult road. But what I do is I say, I see you have a problem. I see you have a problem, and I recently ran into a product that I'm using myself because it is a big it stops inflammation and it promotes your health on the long run. And are you willing to take this product, let's say for a few months, to monitor yourself if you can walk better, if you can move better?
Mhm.
Yeah. And then I give them a sample from the pack I had from the States. And but out of the 5 people, only one said, hey, I immediately noticed that I lose weight and my intestines are better. So that is positive. And other people, you know, there is a case of MS, for example. Yeah, they use lots of medicines and things. So I say, just learn yourself to take your 10 drops a day in your coffee, in your tea, and just see what happens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I feel and I think that to simplify the story will be better to basically, because you're doing a great job, because you're talking to people, you're addressing people. So if you can simplify actually to broaden your scope, to have more people eligible to use this product. And I go back by the 4 things that most people will have, and that is reduction of pain, that is mental clarity, that is better quality of sleep, that is energy, a boost of energy.
Yeah.
So in general, once you start speaking about these 4, so can I interest you in a product that will, if you have pain, it will help you to reduce the pain. It will give you mental clarity. It will help you have better sleep quality. It will give you give you a better energy boost. Would you be interested in trying it?
Yeah.
That's so you stay away from the medical parts, and you just address them. I think, you know, these 4 in this society we're living in, I think most people will at least have 2 that they want to improve. Do you agree?
Sure.
Yeah. Now, so if I would ask you, just not knowing you, and I would say, hey man, hey, listen, I'll meet you at the gym. I said, hey, if I have a product that would increase your mental clarity, or reduce your pain, or give you better quality of sleep, or give you more energy, would you be interested to just take a look? That is, I think that's the simplest form to address in an open setting, right?
Mm.
And in a more personal setting, in a, like say, a friend, then you
Yeah.
have you have more leverage. But still, I would say keep it short and sweet,
Yeah. Sure.
because the more you talk, the more questions they will have.
What I do is I show them on the phone the pictures of the acne, because pictures do more than words.
Absolutely.
You know that as a public speaker. So I try to show them the pictures of the acne. There are a few pictures of the wound healing, and there was another one, but I now forget. There's 3 pictures, and I show them. Look at the result, and yeah.
Yeah, so you have basically what we have a bag of tools that we can use when people ask a lot of questions. Then we can send them to the testimonial group, because then you don't have to answer those questions anymore. They will go there and they'll find thousands of reviews, and they're like, oh, whoa, I thought it was this, but it is this. So shy away from explaining and speaking to. Basically introduce them with the 4 questions, like, would you be interested if I can show you how you could relieve your pain, have better mental health quality, mental clarity, and energy boost, and your better sleep quality. Sleep is one of the I think one of the qualities that people crave the most in this society. People don't have good quality of sleep. So if you can give them something that they could use and test them out. Actually, I was at a meeting and somebody in a wheelchair was explaining, just in a whim, just said, yeah, with my daily pain, I would really, and she just said the word, and I didn't pay her no mind. And then I, almost at the end of the meeting, because I always have 4 or 5 bottles with me, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to give you a present. Here you go. Like, please take this. It will help. I just mentioned these couple of things. And a week later, because it was a BNI meeting, and she said, Winston, I have to tell you that, yes, it cleansed my whole intestine, blah, blah. It is a great product. She just, told in front of everybody, she made a testimonial about the product.
No.
I didn't call her out. She told me what it did for her. And so I think for me, having these little interactions and having them multiple times, I go back. Okay, this is my philosophy. Okay, I hope this is okay if I share this. When I started as a storyteller, I didn't start as a storyteller because I wanted to tell stories for money. I was asked to do it. I was a musician, a drummer. I still am a drummer, but I was a professional drummer. So I had to really adapt a new way of thinking as a storyteller. But then the first 2 gigs, they were easy to get, right? People called me, right? It's easy when somebody asks you for something, right? But then it dried up, and I said, okay, so I got to go to work. So I had to start calling people, basically, to get work. And my philosophy was, okay, whom can I call that might be interested in this? Schools, libraries, old people's places, you name them. And I took the yellow pages and I start calling schools and libraries. Now, I'm telling you just to give you my mindset. I made 1,000 phone calls before I had 1 client. 1,000 phone calls, 1 client. Now, when I started, the conversation was, hey, my name is Winston Skolsberg. Well, I'm looking for somebody that is, for the cultural sector. I'm a storyteller. And I spoke too much. And then I had to change. In these 1,000 calls, I had to adapt my story, right? Because you cannot tell the same story and not change it. So you have to really be smart, like a nerd, and research how to tell a story that fits. You know, Rob and everybody else listening, you know what? How I ended up? I ended up trying to build a better business, because then I said, well, on the phone it's hard to convince somebody. So I had to be face to face with them. So what I did, I created a new script, and my new script was calling people just to make an appointment. Just to make an appointment. I'm not going to tell. Listen, I'm only asking you, do you have 2 minutes of your time for me, please? Could I have 2 minutes of, do you have 2 minutes of, they'll look at me, 2 minutes? Sure, I got 2 minutes. Okay. First of all, they'll look at their watch, right? 2 minutes, they'll look at the watch and they say, okay, I got 2 minutes. Now you think that I didn't prepare my 2 minutes, or do you think I prepared my 2 minutes?
I know.
Okay, I prepared my 2 minutes, right? So I prepared my 2 minutes. So this, I'm telling everybody that's listening that, so I don't sell, I tell stories. So I prepared my 2 minutes and I said, listen, I'm looking for this and this person, because this is what I want. I would love to have a meeting, and the meeting will take 5 minutes maximum, because I want to introduce something to you that might interest you. So when do we schedule these 5 minutes? And they say, 5 minutes? Is that all you need? I say, yeah, I'm sure. Listen, okay, I'm a little bit cuckoo sometimes. I say, no, listen, the 5 minutes I need is to show you, because I can tell you on the phone, but I want to just face to face with you, because I need your visual, I need the auditive, I need the digital style, the kinesthetic, the feeling, and the sense and the smell and the taste. I need all of that to make it clear to you. So I'm going to demonstrate something to you, right? But let me throw this in as a challenge for you. I said, well, if I exceed the 5 minutes, and this is just to make it gamification, we call that. If I exceed the 5 minutes that I ask from you, I will deposit 50 euro to a cause that you have. And they go, what? I say, well, you heard me. If I exceed my 5 minutes, I would deposit 50 euros to a cause, your preference, of your preference. They said, nah, you don't have to do that. I said, no, I'm serious, because I respect your time. Now the challenge is on, because now they're ready, thinking of the 5 minutes, thinking about keeping me in time. So I went there prepared, of course, and I clocked myself and I stopped right before the 5 minutes. And I demonstrated what I wanted, asked the questions, showed them, had my storytelling attributes with me, and stopped in the middle of it. And I wanted to walk away saying, thank you. And they said, but how much is it? I said, my 5 minutes are done. No, forget that. How much is it? And so in that way, I found a new way to present myself. So what I'm sharing with you is, sure, one-on-one always works, but one-on-many works better. So you should also start looking at having little gatherings of 2 or 3 people that you can just give them demonstration of the product, and then have like the ladies do it very well with the Tupperware, right? They have a meeting and they taste and they share. I'm just giving you stories that from the 1,000 phone calls, I had to switch my story to make it fit the narrative. And that way I became very successful, selling 20 shows and 50 shows at one time. Now, just switch back to what we are doing. Can we do that the same way? Can you call many people and ask them to have a meeting? Yes, you can. Will that meeting be more serious when you tell them I only need 5 minutes of your time? And demonstrate share the product with them, have a bottle and say, hey, listen, I want you to taste this product. I want you to experience it, because I know the results are there, that this will increase your energy, will help you have better sleep, blah, blah, blah. So I'm urging everybody now to, if you're very interested in building the business, because I'm so confident that within now and 1 year, this product is going to be the product that people want. Now, are we the pioneers now that are at the forefront of it? Yes, that's why we're pioneers. you know, when I think about the amount of time I'm putting in it now,
Yeah.
it's not giving me the return on investment yet. But I set a 2-year
It's a future.
period for myself, and of course I'm frustrated sometimes. But if I would go for short-term gain, then of course now I would give up, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking for long-term pleasure, and I'm looking for passive income. That's what I'm looking for. That's why the year of building and you know, reaching a certain rank, that's what I was going at. And that's what our team is going. And then that's why I'm sharing these stories, just to motivate everybody that of course there will be obstacles. There are now. We see them, we feel them, everybody knows. And yet we have to deal with those to make sure that the vision we should go for. You know, not the short term, but the long term vision. And we're doing everything and anything to just help and do whatever we need to do to make it. Well, basically, you guys are seeing it and hearing it, how Roy is taking his responsibility and answer many questions. That is really like, it's great. So that's part of it. So if you just look at that, the value of that, that's what that will make the difference between what we do, and to be honest, and how we build our community. Sure, it's not perfect yet. That makes sense. We established that, but we're working towards it being better, and from integrity, we're making it to be better. So,
but now my question comes up: is there a delay, let's say, from the side from Sven's side to start all the promoting? Is there a delay or not? Is he on schedule in his promoting? Because he can talk to us, but then he should be very busy in making those promotions that he set in the early beginning. So is he on schedule with that, or is he lagging behind a little bit? We have to be honest about that, if it's true, if that is so.
That's what I'm saying. The whole structure is set up, and we first of all, we hit a couple of benchmarks. What we had 5 webinars that, let's say 500 people signed up to be there, and there were only 9. What? How is that possible? So these are hiccups that I don't know what that problem was, but that he has to solve that. And as we speak, it's being worked on. So, and then we're going to prepare a webinar with the products. So we're going to focus the webinar with the opportunities there now. Now we're going to focus on the webinar with the product. So soon we'll have a date, and then we will do that and make sure that is going to be on the forefront to get the clients in. Yes, it's nobody's sitting still. That I can guarantee you that nobody's sitting still.
No. No. Yeah. I trust that, because I see you a lot. I see Roy on the phone. He answers immediately. Within a day, he always answers questions. And I see the webinars on Tuesday that you do with 4 people, 3 people. So yeah, I'm aware that you work very hard. But I also realize I have to be a little patient. There will be obstacles, but I have to look on the long run. You have to look on the long run, and longer run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And so imagine this: if the 4 of us put our faces, you know, like out there, we would love to have a successful potato. That you know, that is so basic. And if we could have controlled it to be where we wanted it to be, then absolutely it would have been there. Just to have the satisfaction of, yes, we did it. And so yeah, absolutely. Okay, are there any other questions? Because I think if not, then maybe this is the great way of having this video out there, so people will know what's up and what is not. And because I don't think it makes sense to just do a training now, because we like this is also something that I rather have a group of people that is interested, and then I have there's still have some bone on the meat on the bone. Yeah, meat on the bone. So okay, cool. No, is it okay, Emily? No questions? No. Ava. Okay. Well, 45 minutes.
I do. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I do have one question. Well, two maybe. The one is, and I'm sure you're doing that, but when you showed us the tree, I saw that there's one place where there's like more entrepreneurs under one person. I'm guessing that's someone that's building
Yeah, absolutely.
business. Yeah. So will you like because we're due to buy another package, but we don't have anyone under us yet. So we're thinking about waiting until, not being active.
I understand.
Yeah. Is that you think it's a good idea or?
Well,
What is
there's no right or wrong answer to that, basically. So it's the moment somebody will be built under you and you're not active, then you don't get the commission. That's the simplest answer.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Once we are at that point, I will give a sign. I will say, hey, listen, you better be active now, because that's the answer I can give you for those.
Yeah, no, that's a great answer. And then one more question. In the online community, we got the 2021 challenge from Roy, like the Money Blocks challenge, and I know it's a great challenge, but when I sign in, and I've heard a few people about that as well, we can't see the videos. It shows us that the videos are private, so we can't get in there.
Sorry, that you should really, because that's something that I don't have any doings in.
Who do we
Boy, if he
okay.
guys this as an extra, then you should contact his support team.
Okay, we will. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
And thanks for today.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. And let's say this, anytime you have questions that are concerning you, I know I am busy, but I'm telling you that I am more than open to have a one-on-one or one-on-many to discuss what I know. And because, I'd rather have you ask me the question and then I can give you the answer. And whether you're not satisfied or you're satisfied with it, but then we have an open dialogue. Is that okay? And I'm saying this to people that are watching the video. You were not at the so-called trading, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. And there are no silly questions. Send me a WhatsApp or whatever. Just ask the question and I will answer to the best of my ability. I want to thank you for this time and I wish you a very nice weekend and talk to you in 2 weeks. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Winston.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.